May I have your attention? The show starts in 3, 2, 1. This is the FLA Trash Talker Podcast with JG, Toby, Wally, and Keith. The following program is four guys talking shit about the happenings in the world. The show is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect the beliefs or opinions of the cast, their peers, friends, family, or co-workers. This show may contain strong and crude language for the sake of entertainment. If you are under 18, please get permission from your parents to watch and listen. If you are offended by the contents of this podcast, please do not watch or listen. You can follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.
Please do not sue us or fire us.
And now, it's time for the show.
That's right, everyone. It is time for the show. We are the FLA Trash Talkers. We are a weekly podcast on YouTube, and we talk trash about everything. Our show has a sports section where we even talk more trash, right, guys? Oh, look,
that's right. That's right.
Hold on, let's get this guy on real quick. All right, if you're watching live or listening live right now, thanks for hanging out with us. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope you like what you see. We hope you like what you hear. Tell a friend about our show. We're live every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on YouTube. You can check out all of our shows on YouTube by searching for the FLA Trash Talker Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and tell a friend. We have lots to talk about today. I'm JG, and for the first time in 3 weeks, everyone is here. What is going on, Toby?
Nothing, man. I've been working my ass off, so I haven't been able to join y'all. But all of my problems are now in my rear view at the job, so I can come back on and enjoy these couple hours with you fine gentlemen.
Good job.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What is going on, Wally?
Not much, man. Hoping to have a good show. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday to you, sir. Keith, what is going on, bud?
What's up, everybody? Happy hump day. Glad that everybody together, man. One big ass group of, bro. Damn. You know, I miss y'all fellas.
Yeah, it feels good. It's like the band is back together. The band is back together.
Wally was with us last week, but we didn't see him. We heard him, but we didn't see him.
We didn't see him, but we heard him. All right, boys, let's get this show started. I'm on vacation, gentlemen, so don't mind if I do. I'm going to have myself a little sippity sip here.
When did your vacation start? Because I've been talking to you at work.
It started this afternoon at 2:30 this afternoon.
Oh, okay. All right. All
right, but I can't drink that much because I still have a sidewalk in the back of my backyard I got to fix. All right. So this is what I found out. I went to the HOA and I was like, hey, guys, it's going to cost me $1,500 to fix this stupid sidewalk that's not even mine. So they said, oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to actually put in a slab of concrete. You just go get some of that patch concrete that you get at Home Depot that comes in a little bucket and just smear it on top of the cracks. I said, all right. So I did it. And that same day, it looked beautiful. I was so impressed with my work. I was like, man, I ought to go work for Toby in construction. But then it rained and all my work washed away. So tomorrow morning I have to get up, and that's my honey-do list, is to get that sidewalk fixed before I get in trouble with the association. I have until Friday to get it done. So that's my plans for tomorrow. What's going on with you guys?
What you use, that Quickcrete?
That's exactly what I've used. That's exactly what I used.
I haven't used Quickcrete in 30 years, but
it works good.
I haven't done it in 30, but I was a teenager when I did it, and it was an ugly job too.
It works good when it doesn't rain. That's what I learned. When it doesn't rain, it works great. All right. So we had another incident, guys, at Walt Disney World. The third person has died at Walt Disney World. All right. 2 at the Contemporary Resort. What is going on with 3 deaths within 2 weeks of each other? All right. This kid was Matthew, 28 years old, found dead at the Contemporary Resort. His dream was to be an NFL referee. All right. He's 28 years old. He jumped, just like the first lady, committed suicide. 2 suicides. What's happening at Disney World? Is it the prices?
Jump where though?
Let's see here. It says here it was a rule of suicide. The first lady jumped in front of the monorail, I believe. Law enforcement. He jumped off the balcony. It says here.
Damn.
Jumped off the balcony. Yep, killed himself.
Of all of these deaths, 2 of them are suicide and the other was accidental. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what this article is saying right here. 2 suicides, 1 accidental at all within Walt Disney World. 2 of them at the Contemporary Resort. What is it the prices? I mean, the Contemporary Resort is like $700 a night.
I was just gonna say, dog. Both of them had to pay to kill themselves, so I don't understand that.
Why would you go to Disney World?
Go out. I mean, if you're gonna go out, you're gonna get a nice hotel room on your way out. Right?
I mean,
but you know, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Think about all the celebrities you know that committed suicide. Most of the time, it's in a really fancy hotel room.
I mean, I guess, right? They gonna spend that kind of money, but why would you spend that kind of money wouldn't you want to do something like crazy, like skydive or I don't know, maybe they wanted to ride Space Mountain or Tron or something for the last time. Who knows what they were thinking?
Listen, the cost of that hotel, I could have went and got the best steak.
$700 a night. I
could have went and got the best steak. I'd had the best time in the world. There's a lot of other shit I would have did, other than spending $700 on a room before I off myself.
My favorite story of all time was the dude who sold all of his shit and went to Mexico because he was going to kill himself. But before he went out, he was going to snort all the coke and fuck all the whores. And then, but when he started running out of money, he was like, "Oh shit, man, this was fun. Life's good." And he came back.
And he came back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to go out like that, and then you might change your mind, you know?
You go spend you a couple $100 on dinner. You're like, shit, that was good. I might want to do that again.
You eat that steak and you're like, man, you know, I got a few more of them left in me.
What is Disney World the place that you go and commit suicide? I mean, you had the lady 2 weeks ago who jumped in front of the monorail. You had this guy who's 28 years old, inspiring NFL referee. He jumps off the balcony. And a 60-year-old man who had a medical episode at the Fort Wilderness campground that caused his death. So he doesn't count as far as suicide. He just had a regular medical problem. But the other 2, is Disney World the place to go now? Is this where people commit suicide?
Trust me, Mickey's gonna figure that shit out because for years and years and years, you don't down Disney property. So they're gonna figure that shit out.
But you know, people are so crazy about Disney World. And, you know, if they had cancer, or as some kind of, you know, something that, you know, they weren't going to get cancer, they're not going to get cured from. They don't want to go through all the processes of trying to live because it's, you know, it's useless, and they just love Disney World, and that was the last place that they wanted to, you know.
Hey,
there are some Disney freaks out there.
Not to fuck up the conversation, but why is Trump popping up from behind your TV now? What the fuck is that?
What is going on with that?
It's been like that for it's been like that for 2-3 weeks, dog. I just ain't seen nothing, but
it's got me thinking of that. Who's that creeping out my window?
Trump's a creeper over there.
Dog, he's had it like that for 2-3 weeks. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I just never said nothing about it.
You know how these things go, though, Jay. You know how these things go. Like once somebody does it, then now the idea has spread. Now somebody else is like, you know, I'm gonna be the fourth motherfucker because I was gonna go jump off the fucking sky bar downtown, but you know what? I'm gonna monorail that shit.
Oh damn!
Well, maybe now maybe it's a new trend. We're gonna commit suicide at Disney World. Well, let's just hope that's it because
I got a question.
Yeah,
which one do you think hurt the most? The monorail or jumping off the balcony?
Well, I can tell you here in the article, it says that they were administering CPR to the 28-year-old who jumped off the balcony.
He wasn't high enough.
The lady who jumped in front of the monorail, it was just boom, instantaneously. So I would say jumping off the balcony.
The bitch tried to jump off a 10th floor. 10th floor is pretty high, but you still feel that shit when you land. You need to go 20 or better.
Yeah. Maybe he couldn't afford it. Maybe that was in the $1,000 range.
Well, they say if you jump from high enough, you will die of a heart attack before you hit the ground.
Before you hit the ground,
you got to be up high enough, I guess, for that one to kick in.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Because you know the human body will reject suicide. It's really hard to commit suicide. So once you get that mental threshold, you just got to go in and do it. Because you give yourself 5 seconds to think about it, you're gonna pussy out. And so that's why I think you have a heart attack as you falling down.
Is it really?
Body goes into shock and you just
heart attack. Yeah, I think you're just like, what the hell is going on? No! Right before, like you're probably dead before you even. But this guy survived apparently because they're giving him CPR. So, quite interesting to say the least. You know, Walt Disney World, pull it together over there, or I guess you're.
I'll tell you what. That CPR on someone who's landed like that, though, I've heard this before, because I one night I saw this guy get hit by a car badly. And I was one of the first people there to look at him. And when they rolled up too, and they put the CPR on him, dude, you could hear his chest, like every bone cracking when they were punching it. Like,
but his whole body had to be crushed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they were doing it, it was just breaking shit. All kinds of shit was snapping, I'm sure.
Well, they teach us CPR at work too. And from what I'm understanding, every time I've taken the course, you're not doing it effectively if you're not breaking the rib cage, the sternum.
Well,
yeah, if you don't break the sternum, you're not doing it right. That's why some people try to sue other people for doing CPR.
That's why you have that good Samaritan law.
All this shit is broke up when you do it.
Now you got that good Samaritan law, so that's why you can't get sued anymore. But Keith and I were talking about a pre-show. I used to be a Walt Disney World employee a long time ago. And you're right. People don't die at Walt Disney World. Like you can literally die in the park, but they will not pronounce you dead until you're off the park. No one ever dies. So this is like crazy that they have the third person that they've actually pronounced dead on property at Disney World.
Yeah, but that's old school good old boy network shit. That shit's shut down now.
Yeah,
old school good old boy network was. The sheriff, and the sheriff's going to drag his ass down just across that line. And, this is where he died at, boy.
Right there.
There's a reason why Walt Disney World have their own police, their own fire department, their own paramedics. They can police all that shit. You have a heart attack on goddamn Mission to Space. If you die when you get to Lake Buena Vista.
You ever been underneath Disney?
No, I heard it's wild, but
yes, I have. That was one of the tours when you worked there. You'd go underneath the castle.
Bunch of tunnels and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And actually, believe it or not,
it's like a city underneath there.
It's not underground, really. So what they did is it's level ground to where we are, and they built the park on top. So the park is actually on the second floor.
Really?
Yes. The entire park's on the second floor. And it's weird because you walk down there, and I hope there's no kids listening right now because you see Mickey Mouse with their head off, smoking a cigarette. You see Pluto over there doing. You see Goofy over there. All kinds of weird things going on over there. The prince and the princess over there doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
Air conditioning?
What's that?
AC pumping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a little holding cell down there as well. So if you're shoplifting, you can find yourself in Disney jail.
That's one jail you don't want to go to if you're a Disney fan, because they will put a lifetime ban on you. You would never go to another Disney property again.
So check this out.
I can say this at 46, I don't give a rat's ass if I ever walk on Disney property again. I'm aiming to not. So,
so let me guess. You are not a Disney freak. Neither one of you guys are Disney freaks.
Fuck no, right. Please.
I've been Disney. I've been Disney since my 15-year-old daughter was like 4.
Last time I was there is when I got myself the truffle burger. All right. And since I have my plans have changed this week for my vacation, I'm going to be going Friday and having myself a nice dinner.
Truffle in your future?
The filet mignon is going to be in my future at Walt Disney World. All right.
Wow.
I can't eat that. I love it. It tastes great, but you've never seen a fucking 12-ounce filet mignon. That bitch is like a little hockey puck, and it's $80.
Well, listen, you don't see cows wandering around here, but they seem to say they're freshly cut. But there's, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Speaking of animals, did you guys hear that escaped monkeys destroyed in Mississippi after an accident that happened today? Did you guys hear about this?
No, dude, the monkeys had like fucking COVID and herpes and all kinds of shit.
That they injected,
yeah.
Well, it says here that the vehicle's driver told the primates were a threat to humanity and were aggressive. They had Hep C, herpes, and COVID. All to find out that was not true at all. They were just transporting monkeys. They were just transporting monkeys, and these cops just shot all these monkeys that are running around. And
they were basically putting a bounty on the monkey. Like this was in Alabama, right?
This was Mississippi.
Close enough. So they figured if we announced that they all got diseases, all them rednecks will come out, find them, and take them out, and problem solved.
They was heading to Tulane's in New Orleans, right?
What?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they was heading to one of the science places in Tulane University.
Yeah, they were lab monkeys. They were going to a lab, right? But they were not infected with anything. They were going to be tested on. And who's this driver that's going around saying, "Hey, I got a truck full of monkeys full of COVID and Hep C and HIV and the RIV and whatever else initials." I mean, what kind of truck drivers do we have out there? Who's saying this kind of stuff? I don't know.
Listen, when I heard this story, I said, why would they inject the monkeys pre-getting to the lab? I did say that. So this make a lot more sense now that you say it was all false. But the monkeys was running around.
You're not going to jack them up with all kind of shit and put them in transit, like waiting for Dustin Hoffman to come and crack the fucking
outbreak, baby.
Dustin Hoffman. Oh, my man. That was, wow. Dustin Hoffman. Outbreak.
Yes. Whoa. Wally, you ever seen Outbreak?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
No, I saw that shit in the movie theater. You remember that scene in the movie
when they went in the coffin, sneezing.
Little cells flying all over the place, and people in the movie theater were like, "Damn!"
No.
You know that when in 2020, when COVID hit us and we were hit the hardest, that was the number one streamed movie on Netflix. Was Outbreak.
I showed it to my kids
during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID.
Listen.
Like when the reports were coming out about it and how they were going to, thinking about shutting down the cities and everything, the whole shutdown thing, I played it for them because I was like trying to show them how, if it's how fucked up it could get, you know what I'm saying? Just to get them to think about it.
Damn, bro, you was trying to fuck the kid's head up and shit.
Yeah, I'm
trying to get
listening
them prepared.
All this shit.
I'm listening
I'm
to
trying to get them prepared because shit could get wild, man. You have the National Guard, Army, walking up and down the streets and shit, man. Who the hell knows what the hell's going to happen?
No, Outbreak.
Father of the year, right there. Father of the year.
Outbreak messed me the hell up. I still hesitate going to the damn movies because of that movie.
18 years old. Jesus.
Well, I mean, 18 years old. I mean, they're old enough to see it.
I don't understand what's the problem with
he was trying to radicalize them, get them to run up in the mountains and join a militia.
Oh, I was just trying to. Hey,
these kids are probably going to be the most prepared.
Man.
These kids are probably the most prepared. They've been thinking about this since 2020. They've been like, "Oh man, now there's free monkeys in Mississippi. Thank God I don't live in Mississippi." Do you think that all these cops thought they were like Dustin Hoffman or Cuba Gooding Jr. firing their guns at the cops at the monkeys?
Monkeys, man, that's fucked.
Goddamn monkeys.
I'll tell you what, man. I when I read the entire article, I was like, "Oh man, that's crazy that we had this accident." And when I read the entire story, I was like, "Jesus Christ, we just shot up a bunch of monkeys for no reason."
So when did they announce that? Because last night I saw about 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and they were saying that the monkey was full of that shit. So that's why they had to kill him on site.
That article came out. Let's see here. It says here, October 28th at 8:11 p.m. That's when that article came out. That I guess after they did their investigation.
Okay.
Right, or after they tested the monkeys and realized, oh man, these monkeys are just monkeys. They're not anything special. We just shot up 20 monkeys for no reason.
All right. Go ahead.
Nope. I was just gonna say. So, what do you guys think about Trump's plans for the East Wing, the ballroom? I've had this article to talk about for a couple weeks now. Now we got everybody on here. I am curious, especially with how dramatic we can get about politics. To see Keith last week show some emotion about politics last week. what do you guys think about
Okay,
this?
before I unleash this opinion, did Keith have anything to say about the White House renovation?
Not yet.
No, we didn't bring that up yet. Okay. We didn't bring that up. We brought up other issues that Keith got super emotional about.
Okay, well, we can give. I hadn't listened yet. Let me dive into this real quick, because this shit right here. Okay, this is one of them deals where this is where you really get to see the Trump derangement syndrome part of it, because I remember.
Did you see Wally? Did everybody see Wally? Wally just said. Oh,
no, actually, I think it's the dumbest fucking thing for people to get mad about in the history of politics.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Fucking ridiculous.
100%.
I know every president who's been through there just about, except for the one last time. They probably outfitted a fucking new medical center for his dementia-laden old ass. But
it was in the backyard.
They had a room full of walkers and stuff for him.
It was in the backyard.
Every fucking president comes in there and does something. Like Obama built the basketball court, which I thought was fucking cool. As somebody who grew up playing ball, I'm like, damn, there's a president in there with a
bowling alley, right?
Bowling alley.
Nixon,
then you
Nixon
had
did a bowling alley. Like
Nixon, Roosevelt did the indoor pool. It was there was one president that he literally gutted the entire White House. Like it was nothing but sticks and bones. That's all it was, and revamped it to what it is now. You know what I mean?
The most inconsequential thing to anybody's life, and they're out here acting like, oh my God, the history of the East Wing, all of these important things happen there. It's his fucking house for the next 3 years. Deal with it. He's building a ballroom, and he's known for building luxurious properties. This is his fucking gig. Let him fucking do it.
And let's be honest about it. Let's be honest. By the time it's done, by the time it's done, it's going to be done in 2029. Theoretically, he will not be president at the time. So he's actually building it for future generations of presidents.
Is that
he's not building it for himself?
Because I heard one of the things that he built it for, because he want to have like MMA fights or some shit there at the White House, or boxing matches or something.
Oh, that's happening though.
I'm sure that's going to eventually happen, but
that's maybe on somewhere.
Yeah, that's good, but I think it's going to be in the ballroom once it's done. If the next president want to have it, but you're right, it's going to be in the lawn. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be 2029 when it's done, and so he's building it for other presidents. So another reason why not to be upset. He's not building it for himself. It's not going to be ready. He's going to be long gone. All right.
Well, that's
the second thing I have to say real quick before you guys jump on it is he is not the first president that has said we need a bigger entertainment space here. All right. Multiple presidents throughout the years have said this is not an adequate space to hold conventions, meetings, parties, or whatever it may be.
State functions. Like if you want to have a bunch of dignitaries from other countries come in and you want to have a nice state dinner at the White House, you can't do it because there's not adequate spacing to seat 120, 140 people or whatever.
Correct.
But now with this little new facility, you can do that. Every other country you go to, they have it. Like it's there.
What's that thing that the president does where he stands up in front of everybody and there's like 500 people in a ballroom and it usually takes place at a hotel?
The jokes?
Where they do all those. They do a bunch of jokes.
White House Correspondents' Dinner.
The White House Correspondent. Now they can perhaps do it at the White House instead of at the Marriott up the road.
That last Captain America movie, they showed that they can. I don't know what they were filming, but it was a lot of people having a nice party at the White House. It was a joke.
You know that is a soundstage, right, Keith? That's fake.
I know Wally didn't see it. That's why I said I knew Wally.
Wally's been trying to get something out. Go ahead, Wally. My bad. I didn't mean to talk all over you. My microphone's very close to my mouth.
I just with what Toby's saying, man. Like I don't understand what the big deal is. Every other president's done it, and Trump's not even using taxpayers' money. He's
paying.
No, he's not.
That's what I heard. I heard him say he's paying for it.
It's all investors in his own money.
Yeah, and he goes to other countries. He goes to, these places where he sees what they have there, and he comes back to where he's at, and he's like, this ain't adequate compared to what's going on in the rest of the world. Let me build something nicer and bigger because, like Toby said, that's what he does, man. So, I mean, it's not costing the taxpayers any money, so who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was costing us money and, it was coming, we're paying for it. Okay, yeah, I could have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there could be an issue with it, but at the same time, it's not costing me a damn thing. So why am I going to worry about it? What's the uproar?
I agree
Because
with
it's Trump.
100%. I don't
It's
care if
Trump,
you're
and
I don't care
he's
if you're a
trying to do something.
Republican, Democrat, Independent. This should be nothing. This should be the last thing. But it's because it's Trump, and anything that Trump says, anything that Trump does, they're just gonna hate it. Doesn't matter what. If we get a Democratic Democratic president next term, which we won't, but if we do, is he just gonna block off the entire East Wing and say no one's there because Trump built it? You know what I mean? Or is he going to take advantage of the fact that he can have the White House correspondent at the White House now?
Of course they're going to take advantage of it. But the thing is, like, this goes back kind of once Obama got in office. The Republicans were crying about everything he did too. So, like, this is not new. But it certainly has advanced. Like the tumor has gotten bigger. The cancer has spread because people now, I mean, they literally are fucking genuinely mad about this. And it's the most childish thing I've ever seen anyone get mad about. There's plenty of things you can be mad at Donald Trump about, but this fucking ballroom should be last on your agenda of giving a fuck.
Agreed. I can't agree with you more. I think you said it. You hit the net. All right, this is my first one, and I still can't talk. I promise you guys, this is my first one.
And I believe you about to signal to get a refill, but I'm like you, Toby.
The old ball change just got home. Refill, please.
Stacked, but I'm like Toby, man. There's so much shit going on in the world. Like you say, if I want to be mad at our president, he does a lot of other shit. I have paid this shit no mind. But what I can tell you, I know a way to get that bitch done before he's out of the office.
Oh shit! I know where you're going. Go there. Go there.
Let's hear this.
Go there.
Hey, just put ice on the stage on the shelf about a year. That bitch will be done.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I agree with you guys 100%. This is not anything to be upset about. There's a lot of other things happening in this world, and that is the least thing what he's doing. And here's the other thing. The pictures, the media, what they're doing is they're taking zoomed in pictures. So it actually looks like he's destroying the entire White House. It looks like the entire White House is coming down with bulldozers and just going in there and tearing the whole place apart. Have you actually seen the aerial photograph of it? It's like that big. It's not that big. It's not a big deal.
Instead of Democrats talking about working together with the Republicans to get the shutdown, the government reopened and working again, they're complaining about the fucking White House being destroyed. So
well, they are talking about that too, but nobody listening to no fucking body. The Republicans not listening to Democrats. Democrats not listening to Republicans. In the meantime, you got people that depended on that SNAP benefits finna fucking starve. Okay.
Which brings me to our next topic. 40 million Americans are prepared to lose the SNAP benefits. So what do you guys think about that? People are going to lose their food stamps. They're going to lose their government funding. They're going to lose everything that the government is providing to them starting this Saturday, 3 days from now. They're going to lose it all. So these people that are relying on the food stamps are not going to be able to go out and buy food for their family. First of all, I think 40 million people. I think 40 million people is kind of a ridiculous number, to be honest with you.
Well, that number is not exactly what you think it is. There's a lot of old folks. There's a lot of
I was waiting to say that. I was ready to say that.
That number isn't quite. It's not 40 million people who can get a job. It really isn't. It's probably half.
I would say that, and I would say if you take that other half, so now we're down to 20 million, and you split that in half, I believe that you got a lot of people, and coming up from Miami, Keith, a lot of people that are taking advantage of the government
across
benefits.
the board, and
you got
50 fucking states
popping babies out on purpose, all right, to get the government funding. All right.
But not even just that. You have people living in fucking really bad conditions to qualify for it. So they don't have to get a job, like Wally said. But at the same time, you do have other people that do need it. I have a 78-year-old grandfather. I have a 78-year-old father-in-law that depends on what his benefits from the government. So he lives in Thomasville. So guess what? We're gonna have to Uber eat him Instacart him a bunch of groceries. Now,
so let's. I just hope the government can figure this out and come together and work it out so they can agree on getting this thing reopened, because it's just dumb. I just can't believe this country can't come together and quit being so selfish, and you know just talk to one another and maybe agree to disagree sometimes, but it's in the best interest of everybody, and let's make this country, work together again, man. Unfortunately, it, it's coming to this point, and it looks like the Republicans and the Democrats are, they're each holding, they're stalemated on this. They're not budging on anything, and
Toby said it best when we was on the eve of this, that they don't give a shit because they're still getting paid.
Oh yeah, they're still getting paid.
Well, Rick Scott put out, not that Rick Scott is a great guy or a guy that I'm a huge fan of, but he did introduce a bill to have all of their pay taken away going forward, which probably won't impact this go round, but the next go rounds forward, so that they don't get a damn dollar either when this happens.
I saw a lot of Democrats. They talked about how they couldn't go without a paycheck. So
yeah, I'm sure
it's pretty funny when they talk about taking their money away. Oh, that hurts, but as long as they're getting paid, they really don't care about the regular people.
This is the problem. These people come up and they campaign on our heartstrings, about the things that we need, and they're going to take care of us. If that was true on either side of that fucking aisle, those people would be sitting there in 8-hour shifts. You're going to do it for 8 hours and negotiate. You're going to check out. There's 15 more guys coming in. Well, here's our notes from what we negotiated.
Yeah, I'm going to tag you in.
And this would go on for 4 straight days until they fucking solved it, period. But they don't want to fix it. They want to sit there and fight this little game about a few dollars this way or that way over bullshit. They don't give a fuck about any of them people losing their benefits. Not a damn one of them does.
Well, the good news here, according to NBC News here, it says here that California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Virginia, and so many other states, Washington, West Virginia, they're all raising money for those that are losing their SNAP benefits for food. And they will distribute that money to those people that might have lost their benefits.
And those they're raising the money. Better back pay those states for that shit too.
Yeah.
When it's done.
They should. So if they you're looking at it says here Washington $2.2 million they're raising for food. South Carolina 556,000, Rhode Island 1 million. So New York 11 million for emergency food relief. So yeah, I agree. If we're raising this money, if these states are raising the money, they have to repay them. They're raising this money. They're using. I mean, they're dipping into a fund that can go towards something else or into housing, construction.
What about?
They're dipping into funds that they need to keep that state operating day to day to feed these people. So yeah, the government does need to pay them back.
What about people that are in the military that aren't going to get paid?
That's fucking sad, bro.
So they're going to go without food, right? They're not going to get paid, right? But we got to worry about people that ain't getting their fucking food stamps. I mean, what about? I mean, just some of the stuff doesn't make sense. And look. I know people are in certain circumstances that they can't, help, but there's a lot of people out there that, maybe this is the time that, this country gets to be back to a working country again, man, where we're not relying on the government so much. We figure out a way to get jobs and try to, work through things. And I don't know, man. I'm tired of it. I just wish they would open it up and everybody would get back to.
Well, the sad part about it too that I don't like is because all of us travel. all of us at any given point, we all can get on the airplane. The air traffic controllers aren't getting paid. That is what is the fuck is up with that?
TSA is not getting
part-time
paid.
jobs. They're getting part-time jobs in order to try to pay their bills.
TSA is not getting paid. I saw a video of TSA going, "Hey man, we only got one person because people are not going to work." Exactly what you're talking about, Wally, is people are going to getting other jobs. They're calling out. They're trying to figure out other ways of making money. So now you got one or two people in TSA that are screening hundreds of thousands of people through the airport, and it's gotten to the point where they're just saying, "Go on through." They're not even screening. There's so many people that they with two TSA agents at one gate.
Are we on
all those people? So they're saying, "Come on through, guys. Come on through. Just go on." What about my shoes? Leave your shoes on. What about my backpack? Oh, just leave your laptop in your backpack. Just keep on going. Just keep on walking through. It's crazy. I think it's.
I think we're on the verge. I think we're on the verge of a civil war.
It's been 29 days. It's been 29 days. Does anybody know how long the last government shutdown lasted? I don't.
18.
Have y'all seen
18 days?
Have y'all seen the videos of the people of there's rumors going around that people that don't get their SNAP money?
21 days. 21 days.
Oh, 21? Okay.
21 days, 1995.
They're going to, instead of robbing stores, they're going to rob people walking out with their buggies and robbing and taking the food out of their buggies.
Yeah.
There's
already a bunch of people posting on the TikToks, on the Insta Snaps and the Instagrams that they're going to go. They're really putting themselves out there and saying, "I'm going to go rob. Okay. I got to eat." And these are real people saying, "I'm going to go do it."
I sent a video today on Instagram where this lady was just taking meats out of the groceries right out of her bucket, throwing in the back of her trunk.
And just like that, the public's decision to allow open carry makes more sense.
but then
I saw that video too.
Now that's gonna play a factor. That's gonna play a factor.
I'm finna stereotype again. I did the same shit last week, but fuck it, here I go. You don't see people that Publix got a job. They're gonna be robbing at the other grocery stores. I ain't saying no names.
Does it start with a W?
Maybe.
No, but maybe they want to go to the Publix because they like their products better, and they're trying around.
Perhaps, but if they see someone walking out of the store in this Dono's down in Pine Hills, I think they're more likely to get robbed than somebody at Publix on Kelly Park.
Y'all got a Dono's in Pine Hills?
I don't know where there's a Dono's. No, Bravo. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, goddamn. Okay.
But I mean, would you not agree?
I don't look at it like that. I think if you're hungry, if that's what you're, having to do because you.
I mean, I'm gonna go rob the rich folks. I'm not gonna take from my own people.
So you're gonna go. Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is that I need to start going down to the Pine Hill store.
You'll be safer a little bit.
But there's videos out there of people saying, "Hey, you tried to grab my stuff." No, I'm carrying a little something, so.
Yeah, I want to see it happen.
It's going to.
Publix looking like the fucking OK Corral.
It's gonna be. I don't think people are going to rob at Publix.
I walked out of Publix with two bags.
We spoke about it last week, Keith. I don't think Publix is going to be a targeted entity. Because they're allowing people to walk into their store open carry, unlike other stores, Winn-Dixie, Walmart, and so forth and so on. Publix is allowing it because they're in cahoots with our government or DeSantis, and I don't think you're going to see a whole lot happening there. I think you might see it elsewhere.
I'm just saying, I walked in Publix today and walked out with two bags, $46 for two bags. I'd beat a bitch ass if they try to steal my two bags. Okay.
I left
I'm
work.
gonna tell you this, man. Seriously, like if that first 48 hours, because that shit hits. It was a Saturday, right? Isn't that
This
the first
coming
day?
Saturday. This
So
Saturday.
now you've got Saturday, Sunday, well into Monday before anything's even going to happen, because you know them sons of bitches are playing golf and drinking and shit on the weekend. They ain't fucking voting on shit. So let's say we can get 72 hours deep in this. Let's say a rash of these things happens across the entire country. I'm talking like 50, 60 incidents and 50, 60 people get killed. I mean, at that point, that's blood on the hands of the Democrats and Republicans, right? Like, am I childish to say that, or
No, sir.
No, I think you're 100% right. I think that everybody has blood on their hands at that point.
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm not going to hear anybody point their finger at that point, because y'all all sat here and let this shit happen. So you got to know, man. This is 2025, man. These people are relying upon that shit. This ain't the old days when people figured out how to make do. This ain't that time anymore. This is another world where people aren't used to knowing how to make do and make shit work.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't have chickens in the backyard like that no more.
Yeah, it's a different world, man. So, hey, God bless everybody involved. I hope everybody makes it through it, but I have a feeling this might get real ugly in those first 48 hours.
Well, going back to what Wally said, this might start a civil war. Do you think?
I think there's potential to be, like, I don't think a civil war breaks out directly on the weekend or something, but I think it could be one of those things that sparks the division going really. It's a spark. It's not, it's not the ignition, but it's
like 50 years from now or 75 years from now, they'll look at this time frame saying, hey, this is when, if there is a civil war, that this was the time frame that it kind of started leading
the root cause of
direction.
Yeah, this is what started.
This is a moment. Like, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic and overdrive that point home, but think about it. 50, 60 people get killed over fucking groceries in one weekend. That's nuts, man. That's nuts.
It could happen. It definitely could happen.
I mean, it's sad though. We say that, man, but then there's cities, and you go to different parts of, different states and different cities, and there's people being shot every day.
I was thinking that too.
So I mean, it's just weird how everything is, man. But I was just like, man, but there's like 40 people that die in the inner cities throughout this country, and nobody says a word, and there's no uproar. But if you're being robbed at a grocery store, there would be an uproar, and there would be. I agree that there would be. It's just funny how.
Well, I think in this instance, though, if what we're talking about is a hypothetical where this happens all because of a government decision over the course of 48 hours, that's what the crazy part would be. A bunch of people that normally wouldn't have been getting shot at or whatever. It changes the game a little bit.
Citizens patrolling themselves. Kind of, you're talking about now you're looking, back in the Wild West days for sure, And
by the way, a lot of what I'm saying, I'm not saying the person doing the thieving is the one killing either. I think this kid's going to go.
No, people are going to be.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
I think you're right. I think he hit the head on the nail. If I just spent $46 at Publix for 2 bags,
motherfucker, that's my bags. And you're not getting them.
It ain't gonna be the robbers, I don't think.
I don't think it's gonna be some of that. It's gonna be some of both. It's gonna be some people that are innocent bystanders that motherfucker don't know how to really use the gun, and he thinks he's gonna be a badass and starts shooting off, and next thing you know,
over here pushing a cart real slow and cap done.
I mean,
damn boy, you right though. There's a bunch of motherfuckers can't shoot.
So I mean, yeah, and people would be blaming the government, and then there's that divide even gets wider, right? Because one side's going to say one thing, the reason why they're they're holding out. The other side's going to say one thing why they're holding out, and people's going to come to a division at that point because they're going to defend whoever they believe is right at that point. And now shit starts to build up, and it could be wild times.
It's scary, dude. It's actually a scary thing.
It's super scary, and it just sucks that this is the life that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wally has said a lot of things. He's gotten very angry on this show, but the one thing I do agree with Wally is why can't we just figure this out? I mean, we're they shut down the government over healthcare. That's what it's about. That's part of it, but that's a lot of it that's happening.
I think
that's a lot of it in the mainstream media is all about healthcare.
Yeah, they're very vocal about that. Yeah, there's healthcare.
We want to Democrats want to pay for illegal immigrants healthcare, and the Republicans don't. They, we don't want our money going towards, we work hard every day. We don't want our money going towards paying for people who don't work, which it already does because we're paying for at least a minimum of 10 million if we want to, talk about it. Guys that are taking advantage of the system.
Well, we're already paying people that are relying on SNAP that are going to go out and rob people because they ain't getting SNAP no more. So I mean, we're paying for things, but they are our citizens. They live here. They were born here. They're citizens.
Oh snap!
But we've talked all about the robberies and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, Wally, go ahead.
But to pay for illegal immigrants that have come in here illegally. Yeah, man. Why would you want your money going towards that? I don't understand why that's like a bad process or
so. Like this is the big problem with the left's politics in the last 10, 12 years is they've kind of gotten to this point of suicidal empathy with some of these ideas. Like you're so empathetic towards everything that you're going to eventually condemn your own lifestyle. Like you're going to get there. And it's like, I'm talking about like these people weren't supposed to be here in the first place. And now you're acting like they have every benefit that you should get as an American. And it's like, hold on, dog. Like that can't work that way. We got to come to some solution. And unfortunately, because they didn't, and they let the shit go on, Trump comes in going hard on the fucking yard like Darth Vader, and it gets even murkier and messier than it had to be because they couldn't just agree on simple solutions over the last 8 years. So I mean, it's all a shit show, man. It's all a fucking mess.
But the people that are suffering are American people.
I get it. I'm just talking about that part.
So why wouldn't the Democrats want to work with the Republicans and come to an agreement on that? That's a smart thing to do for the country.
I will tell you why right now. It's because it's Trump. If it was any other president, they would have figured it out. 21 days was the longest. 18 was the last. And you can go back in history and see how long the shutdowns lasted.
And you said we're at 29?
We're at 29 days as of 29. Today.
God
let me tell you something. This is the way I see it. We, as a country, no matter what, the government should never shut down. Ever shut down. Ever. We should be in a position where, look, we air our dirty laundry out sometimes, but sometimes things need to stay behind closed doors. And this situation needs to stay behind closed doors and let them figure that out without shutting down the government, without costing people their salaries, food, or whatever it may be, as far as what the government benefits provide. The government should never shut down, period. That should never be an option.
What's the governor for Philadelphia?
The governor?
The
governor is the dude Shapiro for Pennsylvania.
Well, who's the congressman? The Democrat.
You're talking about your boy Fetterman.
Fetterman, yes.
Okay.
He was talking about how they were that they are talking about going forward to pass a bill where the government can't shut down.
Yeah, they got to do it.
It's crazy. It's crazy they shut down because I don't agree.
He's a Democrat I really like. He thinks logically about things. He just doesn't. I mean, just because he's a Democrat, he doesn't.
You can't let a single mom and her 4 fucking kids. By the way, I lived in that world of a single mom.
So did I.
Kids, exactly.
So did I.
So like, you can't let that family become a chip that you guys are fucking playing for 29 days. Like that family is about to get fucked over if they can't find some way to get hooked up. Like, because the average single mom didn't go to college, doesn't, she's 27 years old. She has 4 kids. That's not an easy thing to pull off, man. This day and age, shit's too expensive. Like when we were kids.
Well, do you know the cost of living here in Florida? Like you have to literally make over $200,000 for a family of 4 to be able to live comfortably, right? Yeah, dude. So that brings me to my next question. Toby, you brought me to my next question. Go ahead, Wally.
I just want to say one thing. So what about when those single parents realizing the reason why they're not getting the help that they need because of the fact that the government wants to pay for illegal immigrants' health care, and they realize that's not a dumb thing to do, that's an actual smart thing to do. And then they start realizing, are the people that I've supported really care about me anymore? And then do they start flipping their side of thinking over to the other side? And then that's where the Democratic Party kind of explodes from the inside out.
It'll never happen.
I kind of think Keith's right that it just won't happen, that there's too much ingrained, entrenched thoughts on that. It's not.
Well,
you're only going to get a certain amount of people to slip.
And I'm going to tell you, to be honest with you, people that's in poverty don't watch CNN.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, but they're eventually going to. I mean, I would think they would start kind of paying attention because they are forced to.
No, people in poverty not watching CNN.
No,
I'm not saying they're ignorant. I'm just saying that's not their choice.
No, they have other priorities. They have other priorities. They're trying to figure out how to pay rent.
And then things spread with word of mouth. But all I'm sitting there saying is it could possibly happen. And, and then maybe does that force the Democratic side to come talk to the Republicans about ending this? I mean, it has to. I mean, so what is the end game in this? Is it because Trump right now could start firing government jobs, taking away government jobs, and doing all kinds of stuff now because the government ain't running. He has the authority to do certain cutbacks, and get rid of people's jobs. I mean,
that unfortunately, I think that's when they'll start making traction.
I mean, so what is the end game? Like, how do y'all see this ending? Really, like, do you?
I think my opinion is, as long as Trump is in office, regardless if you're a Trump fan or not, as long as Trump is in office, everything's going to be a battle. So what's the end game? They're going to do what they have to do to make Trump look bad, get him out of office, and put one of their people in. That's the end game. That's always been the end game. You talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, Wally, about all the indictments. You talked about everything they've tried to do to take down Trump. So whether you are a Trump fan or not, you're a Democrat or not, that's the end game right there. They are never going to agree. No one's ever going to agree to Trump's terms.
Let me ask you all a question. Okay, go ahead, Wally. I want to ask a question after you.
So how many days does this last?
Well, we're at 29 right now, so the way things are going is going to be another 29 days.
So how long do you think that this lasts? And those people don't go without, they don't get money for food, and they are actually like robbing people to survive, because now it's about survival, right? And
I hate to tell you this, at that point, if it gets to that point where it goes to 60 days and 2 months of SNAP shits we're not giving out, I hate to break the bad news to you, but Trump will never get back over after that. That's the end of his.
That's the question I'm getting ready to ask. That's the question I was going to ask.
What do you mean?
He's going to have to figure it out.
True civil unrest in the streets occurs because people are fucking starving. That's the end of it. You'll never rebound from that. You're over with. Because it happened on your watch.
Before you answer that question, Wally, because I can tell by the way you just stretch your eyes, your answer, but your screen could have been blank, and I know what your answer was going to be. But this is a legitimate question because I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts the last 2-3 weeks, and I've been hearing a lot of different views on this shit, right? And I'm not sure. Who do you think politically? And I said, when I say who, I'm talking side, left or right. What side do you think right now, if the shutdown ended tomorrow morning, day 30, who do you think suffers the most? Left side or right side? Politically on voting day.
That's a good question. Who does suffer the most? Out of all this entire time, everything that's happened, who suffers the most?
If they settle this within the next week, I think that the Republicans come out actually not so bad. If they do this in 60 days, I think the Republicans are cooked, because you've got midterms coming up. It's going to be hard for them. They have the most power, and it doesn't matter. The lie is that they have all the control, right? But they don't, because you need 60 votes, and they don't have 60 representatives.
Right. They have the majority, but they don't have.
You got to realize the lie that the left keeps on saying is that this is their government, this is their shutdown, when they have the same bill basically in place that Biden had in place. So it's a wild deal. But you got to remember that once upon a time, Dairy Queen tried to sell a 3-pound burger, and people wouldn't buy it, even though it was bigger than the quarter pounder. They thought the quarter pounder was bigger.
That makes sense.
Like, you gotta realize what your population is, man. There's more dumb people than smart ones.
So if we can't settle this in the next week or so, you think Republicans will come out bad? Trump will come out looking bad because he's not settling on the Democratic terms.
So we just give it. So the Republicans just give in, and we allow to pay for immigrants' health care and stuff, and we just say it's okay. I don't understand. Like I mean, if
there's got to be some sort of negotiation that's better than saying.
But why?
No.
But why? If we are standing our ground and saying, hey, we are not having our American citizens, our tax money, to pay for health care for immigrants. Why?
Theoretically, you are correct on what you're saying, Jay Wellraven, but you've got the wrong mouthpiece in place. Trump is not able to properly articulate this to the country in a way that's going to resonate. They're going to end up blaming him anyway, no matter which way it goes.
Even if he's right,
it goes 60 days, he's taking that heat. I guarantee you that.
And he's going to take the heat because it went 30 days.
If they
solve it tomorrow, he's gonna take that heat.
I'm gonna give you another
again back what I said. It goes back to Trump. It's all Trump. People just don't like Trump. I mean, there's obviously the majority that do, but the people that are holding this country back from this shutdown being resolved, they're making enough noise right now. They're making enough noise that people that they're just not going to agree with Trump, but no matter what he says or does. He can give everybody $1 million, and they would still hate Trump.
I don't know. That bitch give me $1 million. I'll go hug to some of it. Get some of that orange spray paint on me.
There's going to be someone complaining about it. There will be somebody complaining about it. All right, Keith, I didn't mean to interrupt you for.
And Wally get $1 million. I know where he going. He going to get some sushi, but
he is going to turn that menu over, isn't he?
I'll throw you another fastball. In my opinion, I believe Trump is making it more difficult for the next Republican nominee for president, because I believe if they come up and talk any cash money shit, they not getting voted on. I believe they're going to have to come up and be very, not quiet, but know how to hold a conversation.
This is what America voted for, man. This is what
not all of America. He barely won. I heard you say that shit. I let you let that shit slide.
He barely won.
He barely won.
The whole country was damn near red. It was a
sit back, Toby. Sit back.
He didn't win by fucking landslide.
This is what the American people voted for. So once again, man, like I hear and the left side is so loud. I get it. They're just so fucking loud because that's all they do is bitch and complain, talk, sing on their banjos and whatever.
I believe the banjo is monopolized by the right.
I'm gonna say why they gotta have banjos, dog. I've seen pictures at NASCAR. Damn it, I don't think there's too many right. I don't think there's too many.
You haven't seen Congress people singing and shit. And come on, man. So they're so fucking loud. It sounds like they're more than what there actually is. The American people voted for this. So I don't understand. I just don't understand how it's.
I didn't vote for that. I'm American.
Okay. All right.
Well,
the election showed you that. I know, but the majority of the American people voted for this. They wanted somebody to stand up and say this is just like the border. We voted for a border control. We voted for to get illegals out of this country. We voted for somebody to stand up and say, hey, we are not going to pay health care for illegal immigrants. If this is what it takes, then maybe this is what it takes. But I don't see how Trump is going to be the villain in this, man. I know the left. I know, because y'all are going to boost it up. The left is going to boost it up. They're going to be the ones talking about it so much.
Trump
but his actual supporters are quiet and going, yes, this is what we want. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see. That's just how I feel.
We're at day 29, so we'll see what happens and how much more longer this continues. Hopefully they figure it out. Hopefully they get these guys their benefits again. They're the guys who need it, the people who need it out there. But guess what?
It's sports time.
Well, it is. But before you hit that button, I want to say.
I just hit it, but I'll pause it.
As a new Bucks fan, I'm a Bucks fan now.
Oh yeah,
this motherfucker here.
We don't even talk about that. The
Tampa Bay Buccaneers fire Tony Dungy because, why? Because he was the face of the losses. It didn't matter that the Bucks were a great team all those years. They didn't finish, so Tony Dungy gets fired. That's Trump in this case.
It's going to be interesting, man.
But before you unpause, I just got to, and we ain't got to answer this. Just something to ponder. We can talk about it next week. But we can talk about it next week. I think I've been listening to a lot of different shows. And New York is always been a Democratic state, right?
Of course, for a long time.
Wasn't Trump entire damn career and upraising everything was in the state of New York? Do you think he was a Democrat?
He was.
Okay, do you think the only reason he chose Republican because he felt it was easier to become president when he ran? We can answer that later. I'm just threw that out there.
That's a good segue for the third time.
And now it's time for the FLA Trash Talkers Sports Talk.
Looking, he's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown. What just happened? What a play!
Takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown!
What is going on in the world of sports? And I'm going to be honest with you. I got to say it right now before you get into it. Toby, you showed up to the show wearing a Tampa Bay Bucks hat. I do like Tampa Bay because they are a Florida State team. However, you are a traitor. You left the Miami Dolphins. I don't like that.
I want to take a moment to talk about this. I've been a Dolphins fan for exactly 40 years. Exactly. And I've suffered. I've dealt with this. This is an official protest, is what it is. It's not forever. It's not forever, but it's a protest. I'm tired of looking at this fucking coach because he's corny as fuck. I'm tired of looking at this fucking GM because he's stupid. And frankly, ownership is bad. Hold on, let's talk about it. We're all here together.
I didn't say shit.
This Sunday, I watched the game. I watched it in protest, and I
Did
never
you wear your Buccaneer stuff watching it?
No, but I didn't wear any Dolphin stuff. My Buccaneers hat was on the table because the Bucks came on at 4. I didn't want to cheat like that, like right in front of them. So, I'll do it behind closed doors. But Tua looked good this week, right? I mean, 4 touchdown passes, 200 and something yards. That's the bad part. It
was only like 201, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's all 10 yards and under with this fucking guy for some reason.
That's because he can't see over the O-line. But did anybody see? I saw the entire game. Did anybody peep? Toby, I know you saw it. Jay, I don't think you pay attention to schemes enough to pick up on it. Wally was watching fucking fantasy, so he had on like 8 games at one time, so he really couldn't pay attention to it.
No, he was watching FIFA at that time because his boys were on.
Okay.
Yeah, his boy. Yeah,
but did you see the reason why Tua was so productive and why running game was so productive?
What did you
against a really good ass Atlanta defense? Somebody decided after 5 fucking years, let's go goal line defense or goal line offense every time. They took a skill player away and added a 6th lineman.
Yeah, well, we had our top tight ends were both out, so there was ultimately an inline blocking tight end is what you had.
But it worked better. I don't know if Tua got sacked. If he did, maybe once, but it worked better. He had time to really go through his progressions. So my thing was, whoever in default came up with that idea, I don't give a damn if it was McDaniels, came up with that idea to add that 6th lineman. They need to be fired on the fucking spot because we should did that 5 years ago.
I mean, the run game looked pretty snappy most of the game. They were able to get Ollie Gordon and Achane cooking on the outside of it. Yeah, there was a lot. Even Malik Washington got him a little touchdown, which I'm annoyed with because I think he's a good player and they don't get him the football enough.
They try to make him. They try to use him as a scat back in the backfield.
Yeah, they try to use him like Dave Meggett or something back in the day. Like it's annoying what they do with him because I think he's a talented guy, but they look pretty damn good this week, and I'm not backing the relationship, but we are talking. We're talking right now, but I'm gonna remain a Bucs fan until Baker's gone on the down low, like not like side host style, because Baker is what got me involved in watching this because that boy's fun to watch. I don't give a shit with anybody.
Yeah, Tampa didn't look good Sunday. I watched that whole game and I was rooting for him the whole game. They didn't look good.
They had a rough day Sunday. That defense for New Orleans did some things to him, which they also had the same shit done to him the week before by Detroit.
But they never. I know it's a conference game, but they never lose against New Orleans.
No, New Orleans is always tough with them.
No, but not in a couple years though. It's been a couple years since they were giving him hell. Yeah, I believe that's the case. Now before that, them years when Breeze was there and all that, of course. But no, last few years, I don't think New Orleans has been that highly competitive with them.
They've been 500. They've at least been 500 the last couple of years playing against New Orleans. New Orleans always it gives them a tough game for whatever reason.
But they damn sure gave him one the other day. That was a little disappointing for a lot of fantasy people because Baker got shut down, Egbuka got shut down. Wasn't a lot going on in that offense unless you had their defense.
Man, they were blitzing their ass off. I was like, wow, they was getting through.
Well, that O-line for Tampa has got some problems. They need to get rid of that Charlie Heck dude. He's a piece of shit. They got some issues up front, but once those guys get healthy, they should be all right.
Yeah, they got some injuries. So
yeah, once they get healthy, they should be all right there. But I mean, losing Mike Evans for a substantial period of time.
Oh my God! I think did you see that shit?
Dog, he got hurt bad. That was ugly.
No, that was 2 games ago, and the game it was like a Sunday night or Monday night game, some shit like that. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and take a shower. I watched a little bit of it. They were driving. I said, let me go take a shower and finish watching this game. Try to go to sleep. I get out the shower and he was on a stretcher. What the hell? That was fast.
Yeah, he cracked his collarbone and got a concussion. So like it was like his shoulder hit, his head hit, just knocked him the fuck out. Broke his collarbone.
He's done, dog.
For a minute. Well, they say week 14. Yeah, because he already had the surgery and they put a plate on the collarbone, so it's supposed to make it heal fast.
But he's in his early 30s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 31, 32.
Yeah, man.
In there. Yeah.
I think it's Ibuka's team now.
Yeah, because Godwin's still banged up. He ain't doing shit.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. When does Godwin come back? Because right now, Ibuka's had some injuries issues too. So I mean, that office is really depleted.
It's tough, and Bucky Irving's still out. He's been out for 3-4 weeks. Their best running back. Like they're in a tough spot, but they've won a lot of games. So
what's that some bitch name? Rashad, the running back.
Rashad White.
Fucked me up. All he needed was 60 or I think 63 yards, I believe, rushing. I took that.
Oh.
And it messed my entire ticket up because he only got 30.
I mean, if Baker can go on and continue to win games with the weapons that he's had to have surrounding him, he's probably going to be MVP of the league.
Well, the last 2 games, he had some real shit numbers, so he's going to have to come out of this bye week that they're going into. He's going to have to come out spicy.
Somebody got to catch the ball for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he, I mean, Brady had years when with New England where he'd have a few games where he'd only have like 168 yards throwing or whatever and things like that.
Yeah, but he already had 3 rings at that point, so they would, he had that.
I know,
pedigree to vote for me.
But the comparison is Brady never really had a whole lot of weapons other than with Randy Moss for the couple of years that he had them. Other than that, wide receivers were in and out. He was using, he really didn't have a whole lot of
motherfucker named Deion Branch. He had Branch. That bitch played forever and caught everything he threw to him. He kept a little short white boy that caught them catching the balls too.
Welker. Welker.
Edelman. Edelman. Amadula.
Yeah. I would eat that shit. He kept.
Yeah, but they weren't considered top
deep threats. No,
wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like
he kind of used them as a running game.
Fantasy wide, yes, I know.
Welker was 100% a top-notch wide receiver. You can kiss my country ass about that.
Well, I know fantasy wise, but he
Welker was a bad boy. I mean, he was catching 11, 12 balls a game sometimes, man. Welker was tough. You couldn't, if you needed 3rd and 8, Welker's got that.
Yeah, but he wasn't up there with Ocho Cinco, Calvin.
That's because they played the slot. Ocho Cinco, all them was all either 1 or 2s.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. He wasn't in that stratosphere of wide receivers. When
I'm gonna tell you this, I wasn't scared when the Patriots got Randy Moss. I got scared when they got Welker because as a Dolphins fan, I knew how good that fucker was and that we were misusing him.
Yes,
we weren't using him correctly. And then when they paid more for Welker because they traded for both of them, and they paid a higher draft pick for Welker than they did for Moss because they knew that little shit right there was going to work out. But hey,
matter of fact,
how you want to tell
it? Randy Moss helped him get open because they would double Randy.
Yeah, he made him completely open.
Yeah, they would double Randy and leave Welker underneath with a linebacker. I take Welker all day.
And then you paid the price for that shit, and they made you play 3 corners. You had no choice. And then once they did that, all of a sudden now they're loosening you up and throwing them flares to the running backs because you're loosened up with 3 corners. Like that was a brilliant offense, all in all.
All right, Baker Mayfield may be doing a better job than Brady with the weapons that he's having to use.
I would say, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And if he comes out of the bye and has 2 big games with what he's got, he's back in that hunt like you're talking about. I'm not saying he's not winning the MVP. I'm saying he needs to get hot again because these last 2 weeks have looked really rough.
Yeah, 10-4.
So right now, I mean, you got to say as of this moment, it's going to be Pat Mahomes again, probably because Pat Mahomes is back running the fucking show.
That's some cheating shit. Once he got all his weapons back, god damn.
How is that cheating?
Man, they got all their fucking weapons back, and now they looking like the Super Bowl champ contenders where they were just 1-3, and now, like, damn.
They look like they are easily taking care of people again. And that's scary because they just now got Rashee Rice back. Man,
and he's feeding them too
for a running back like they're talking about. They're talking about them going after a running back. If they get a running back that can be real effective,
when's the deadline?
November. No, I thought it was next week.
Is it Tuesday?
Yeah, I thought it was next week. Yeah, I think it's November 2nd or 3rd, some shit like that.
That is going to be November 4th.
Yeah, next week.
So, yep.
That's
it is next
Tuesday.
week. So we're going to find out some stuff real quick. I mean, right. You know, the NFL has been, the trade deadline's been picking up over the last few years. It didn't used to be a big deal, but now people are looking to unload contracts and the better teams are trying to buy them. So
I hate to say it because I'm a UM fan, but I hope the Dolphins trade Jalen Phillips. Get something back. Yeah, get something back for Jalen Phillips.
He ain't done shit.
That motherfucker can't tackle for shit.
I'm gonna tell you what right now, bro. If I own that team and I was Stephen Ross, I would tell him that I want you to trade Phillips. I want you to trade Chubb. I want you to trade Jalen Waddle.
No, you can't get rid of Waddle.
Though. I'm not kidding you. I would watch him trade all the players and know that he's going to be fired at the end of the year, and then we come out of this with a shit pile. I like Jalen Waddle. I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything. I'm just saying it's going to be a rebuild, dog. There's no way around it.
Do you think Tua leaves?
I don't think Tua is tradable. So I don't
somebody pick him up.
I mean, you'd have to cut him. And if you cut him, your dead cap space is fucked for 2 years.
The contract's too big. I don't think anybody's going to take that contract.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if anyone. If you trade Tua, you're only getting back a 5th or a 6th round pick because you're basically unloading the contract at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, that's it. Now with Waddle, you can get a 1st rounder or a 2nd rounder. With Bradley Chubb, you can get that. With Jalen Phillips, you can probably get a 3rd and a 4th or something at this point because he has looked like shit.
But he is fucking. That Chubb haven't did shit all year.
No, but he's got enough of history, and they know that Chubb, that DNA, that Chubb DNA, bro. Them boys, there's some country strong boys right there. You get him on another program, he'll be fine.
But, when's that division?
I'm starting to think it might be the New England Patriots, boy. That team's fucking tough.
They nice. Mm-hmm. I like Drake May.
He's a bad dude, man.
They nice.
That defense?
Drake May's cooking.
They only beat us by a fucking Predator. We gave them the fucking game.
Well, Miami gives everybody the game.
Miami
should have 5 wins right now, but here we are.
We literally, I was at the game. We gave them the game. Tua said, here you go. How about that?
Yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. It's hard to look at anymore.
Even when we was in the verge of putting a bow on it, saying we made it out this bitch alive, Tua said, nope, here you go.
I'm gonna tell you though. Go ahead.
And New England's they played teams. I mean, they beat teams. It ain't just Miami that they've beaten. I mean,
they beat Buffalo.
I mean, they're not just just.
What did they put 35 on Cleveland? That's not easy to do. I mean, Cleveland's not a great team, but that defense is pure hell. And Drake May in the second half carved their ass up.
I mean,
first half Cleveland was putting it on him, but second half Drake May lit their ass up.
That New England team is something to watch out for. They could make a run. They're and Drake May is having a hell of a season.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: am I tripped out, or are the Indianapolis Colts the best team in the NFL?
Boy, them boys kicking ass.
They are.
I think they're the best team in the NFL right now. I don't think it's even like Jonathan Taylor, bro. That motherfucker looks like LaDainian fucking Tomlinson and shit now. That dude right there.
The motherfucker he's looking like the old Edgerrin James for Indy.
Well, the offensive line. That offensive line is
Malls.
I mean,
what do y'all think about the owner being on the sideline, the new owner, the daughter of Irsay?
I like that.
Like, she's on the sideline with the headset. Now, she ain't telling people what to do.
Hold on. She's just listening.
She's listening, and she's writing notes, and she's talking to players throughout the game.
I've seen Jerry Jones' ass on the sideline before, too, so.
Yeah, but this is different. This isn't Jerry Jones energy. I mean, the players seem to like her. First of all,
I like that because most owners are in the booth with other billionaires.
Yeah, this seems more like she's trying to make it a family-friendly workplace. Like, we're all really together on this, and it seems to be working, man. As far as I can tell, I've heard players talk about it on Sirius XM when I'm riding around. And the players are saying, hey, man, I like what's going on with that. I like her involvement. Like, and because she is being so involved, she's able to make better decisions for the team in the offseason. because she's listening to the coordinators talk. She's learning how the fucking sausage is made. And if there's little problems and squabbles, she knows that directly. She's not hearing it secondhand. She hears the offensive coordinator fighting with the head coach on the because that shit happens all the time, where they'll start arguing amongst each other about what direction of play calling we should be going and stuff like that. So she's going to be up in front of it in terms of being able to make good business decisions for the team, I think, versus those guys that sit up there and drink their $500 scotch. Just my
It's in
opinion.
the ivory tower. Yeah. I mean, it gives her experience, gives her knowledge of what's going on with the game, how things are actually happening in real time. And it seems to be working anyways, because last year, Indy, from the reports I was getting out of the locker room, was not a team.
Yeah.
And this year is totally,
Is
totally
she a new
changed.
owner?
Well, her dad died. Ursay died.
Ursay did die. And he left the team to her?
Yeah, the daughters, there's two of them. I think there's 2 kids or something, or 3 maybe, but she's the one that's out front.
But Jim Irsay was so damn old. I don't think he probably had much involvement anyway.
No, he was in the mix. He was a player's type of an owner, man. But obviously things didn't go as well for him.
Even towards the end?
As far as I know, he was kind of a super involved guy, but I think that's, part of her upbringing and how she wants to approach it is take it to a next level.
Okay.
Especially being a woman, that's different. The female owners we've seen in this league in the past have been older ladies, not involved, sitting in the booth. Probably don't know that much about football. Took it over for the husband.
Am I right on?
Condoleezza Rice is a part owner.
Denver, right?
Denver, yes.
Denver.
Yeah. That's interesting, right?
She's at every game, every home game.
Because there's another person right there. Here's a person that understands a different level of the matrix in terms of how to make things work, right? She's been in the government overseeing
almost at the highest level.
Yeah, so she's got perspectives that can be utilized in an organization, So I can see why her being an owner is beneficial, from a corporate understanding.
If you watch a Broncos home game, she's always up there with the Walmart family.
Yep. Yeah, that's smart though. That's smart on them, bringing her in there into that ownership group, because she brings something to the table. It's not just one of them people collecting checks, which a lot of the minority owners and if you own like a 10% stake, a lot of those people aren't that involved.
Because they don't. Right.
There's not much you can bring to the table, but Condoleezza Rice can bring some shit to the table
because she's very business versed.
Yeah, the person who knows the ins and outs of things. So
while we're talking about her team and Broncos, how far do you think Denver's going now when their defense banged up? Because they took a hit with Surtain getting hurt.
But did they give a timetable on him yet? I saw him leave the field. I haven't heard a timetable on his return.
I'm gonna check right now because
if they hit him with that 4 or 5 week thing, that's going to be tough for them because that division. Kansas City's coming on that schedule, and you got to have him out there for Rashee Rice. Otherwise, Rashee Rice is going to torture your ass.
Kansas City schedule's pretty tough the next three weeks. They play the Bills this week.
Yeah, I know they got Buffalo.
They got Denver, and then they play in the Colts.
Ooh,
and I think there's one more after that. Yeah, they got a stretch right there. That's
we're gonna find some shit out about them Chiefs.
He is scheduled to miss 4 to 6 weeks.
That's tough.
That is very tough. At week 9,
because he's kind of the. I mean, him and Benito are kind of the two guys that make that defense.
But isn't Benito hurt too?
I hope the fuck he ain't, because that's my fantasy defense.
Okay, did he play Sunday? Okay, for some reason I thought he was hurt.
Sunday. Yeah,
okay,
he was out there. I saw him.
Hey, but Surtain is that one lockdown. He's that one lockdown corner you put on your best receiver, and everybody just got to hold it together.
Well, he makes your defense be able to do so many different things because he is taking away half of the field. Like,
Yep.
that guy's cooked. You might get 3 catches for 40 yards. That's your day today.
As a Dolphin fan, he's better than his dad was. Now, his dad was the shit, but he's better than his dad.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you that. I am gonna give you that because Pat Surtain and Madison both played that press coverage on the outside, man up. They did, and they were elite. But you had Jason Taylor, Tim Bowens, Zach Thomas. They made it easier to play that coverage.
And we had a couple, and we had some good safeties back then too.
We had Brock Marion.
That was enough right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. That defense, I ain't saying they were quite as good. I'm not saying they were as good as Tampa's, but they weren't far off.
If Sam and Patrick pressed and got beat, our safeties had their back.
Yeah. That was a very good defense, man. I missed that time. We gave them a bunch of real good quarterbacks, right? Fucking Brian Greasy and Jay Fiedler and
God damn it. I was a big Brian Greasy fan. God damn, I wanted Brian Greasy to do good.
Didn't work out, bro.
Who comes out of the West? Denver, Chargers, or KC?
I don't think the Chargers can come out of there at this point, but I do think
we talking AFC?
Why?
I don't believe so.
AFC West. Denver, Chargers.
I think Kansas City comes out of there, man. I mean, with this 3-game stretch, we'll decide if Kansas City wins that division. If Kansas City goes 2-1 right here, I think they got it.
If Kansas City beat Buffalo this weekend, it's all KC.
But I think there's a legitimate chance the Colts are in the Super Bowl. I don't think this team's fake.
Well, so you're saying they eventually beat them in the playoffs? Obviously.
I think it's very, very possible. If they've got home field, you don't have to go to fucking KC in the cold. I think they got a real shot to beat KC in the playoffs. I don't think this team's fake, bro. I don't. And Daniel Jones is getting better every week. Mike Pittman getting better every week.
You know what Indy doesn't need to do is get so much of a lead that they start setting their players like it happened like when Peyton was there. And
I don't think they'll do it.
Shit.
I don't think they'll do it. I don't think
they better not.
I don't feel almost as bad as for them beating our ass the first week one.
No, I don't feel bad about it anymore because that was legitimate. Like the problem with what you're saying, Wally, is the fact that division is pretty fucking weak. So if they're sitting there 12-1, 13-1, or they already won that division. It's over because Houston and Jacksonville are decent football teams, but they're not going to be 13. These are 9-win teams. 9-10 win teams, Matt.
Either they lose a couple so that they have to fight at the end, or I need the rest of the AFC to kind of push them so that they're trying to get the home field advantage throughout the whole season because I need them on my fan. I got a couple guys on that team for my fantasy team. And I need them to kind of keep that momentum going, dog.
With Lamar coming back Thursday night and they're 2-5, can they get back in this deal?
Everybody seems to think so. Pittsburgh had a chance to put it away last week and they fucked that up. So
hell yeah, we got to get to that.
I mean, Baltimore has a chance. I mean, they seem to be they're the favorites as far as Vegas is concerned. I don't see how, but I guess there's a possibility.
Hey, Lamar, if anybody can wheel off 6-7 wins in a row,
is he coming back this week?
Yeah, he's playing Thursday night against. I almost said us, but it's not us. It's
motherfucker. But notoriously, the Dolphins do well against Baltimore.
Yeah, last time we played them on Thursday night, we beat them.
Beat the shit out of them.
Tua came in the second quarter and roughed them up.
Because they didn't have Derrick Henry, but you
that's wrong too because we blew them out the year that Tyreek and them were going off. We blew them out on a Thursday.
That's right, but Derrick Henry wasn't there because what happened is you blitz Lamar Jackson and he loses goddamn mind. He want to run, so that's all we did. We blitz.
Oh, that was Flores days though.
Yep.
Yeah, Flores blitzed him like fucking 35 times.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the same game. Okay, yeah. That was good shit. I miss Flores now for sure. I can tell you that.
Oh, the man looked like a scholar now.
Yeah, he really does. league can eat shit for that, or Miami, Stephen Ross and all of them can eat shit for that because that was a mistake.
Hey, I know we got. Go ahead,
Toby.
Go ahead.
I got a question here for you. And actually for everybody. I know we're talking about NFL, but there's this whole scandal going on with the NBA and the mafia. I've been watching a lot of mafia documentaries. Can someone tell me what the hell is going on? I mean, is this like a Get Gotti type of thing, or is this like what the hell is going on with this NBA crap?
It's real life shit. That's what this is. That's fucking up my tickets.
And what I'm hearing is my favorite player of all time, LeBron James, is all tied up in this. This can't be.
No, it ain't. No.
He has
I
nothing
haven't
to
heard
do
his
with it.
name tied up.
I'm just kidding.
No, they're trying. Believe it or not, there are a couple people trying to tie him in.
Yeah, they are trying to tie him in.
Because of the relationship he has with Damon Jones.
But seriously, what is going on? Because I'm reading back here, it dates back to '78. What's going on with this mafia thing?
I haven't
always been
looked
part of
into
gambling. I mean, they
last
started in
few
Vegas.
days, but it sounds to me like the mafia is doing mafia shit and getting some people out there that are dumb enough to fall into their web.
So
they got NBA players falling into that now.
So wait till the NFL. Wait till the NFL players get indicted. But so what happened is they had some big name NBA players running card games with X-ray fucking tables, transparent cards where they could see the other side of the cards, whatever glasses they had on. It was fucked up. And Chauncey Billups was like the leader of that shit, but he was working for the mafia.
Well, it's crazy here because I'm reading an article right now that says here in the 1978-79 season, a group of Boston College basketball players were recruited by Henry Hill. Does anybody know who Henry Hill is?
Oh yeah, that's
goddamn right, Henry Hill.
Yeah. He was a Ray Lolita in the Goodfellas.
He still run a booking service too.
And he was and this team was talked about in the movie Goodfellas. I didn't realize that's who it was.
You ever been to Vegas and walk? I've been to Vegas and walked by his bookie office where you can go in there and make a sports bet.
This has been going on forever, but why are we making such a big deal about it now?
Because the gambling, the sports gambling industry is taken off in the last 3 years, man. I mean, everybody is gambling online. I mean, these prop bets, probably the worst thing that could ever happen because you could have, especially a basketball player, miss a shot here, miss a shot there. And, he can sit there and tell him, hey, I'm only going to score. Let's say they prop bets 29 points. Hey, I'm only going to score 26. And he tells a bunch of people that make all these bets on him making, the under, and he misses a couple shots, and they say, he's scored 26.
I always wonder.
Prop bet.
I always wonder, do every player know what the prop is for them that night before they enter the court?
No, but I'll guarantee you there are
they can find out.
Well, find out. I just watched a documentary. About a ref that was throwing games or fixing games.
Well, that shit been happening, but
yeah, I mean, so if the refs know about it, how can not the players got to know about it too? Don't you think?
Well, you get. I don't know what kind of information that they are able to look at and find out. I mean, I don't know if they're and how they police that. I know there's rules against that within the NBA, but you got family members, friends that have all that information that can sit there and call them and say, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 how you want me to bet. And then next thing you know, that's how they bet.
Let me tell you this, as someone who played ball a long time in my life, if you're a really good player, I can guarantee you can still win games and fuck with that number. I'm dead serious. You can definitely do it and win games and not be caught. I'm telling you, because all of a sudden you're looking a little more intelligently into your passing. I'm going to hit the under tonight, but I know what I can do to get those points back on the scoreboard for the team and not, I can make my cousin 27 grand real quick and I ain't got to worry about him calling my ass no more for money.
Bro, Terry Rozier, I think, is the only current player that's still on an NBA roster that was indicted. And I said 2 years ago, this motherfucker must be cheating because
Well, you watched them Heat games, so
dog, there'll be nights this bitch will put up 20, 25 points, and the next night he put up 4. Like he couldn't hit the backside of the goddamn basket. Like, what the fuck? Don't nobody have an off night that bad?
Well, so do you think that players do that on purpose to fix or lose the game? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you listen to that clip, that YouTube clip that I sent a few days ago, this guy, I forgot his name, Mickey something. He says that the mafia has been doing that. He said he did it for years. He said professional athletes have a bad gambling problem, and we all know that most of them do. And they get in debt so much to now it's hard for them to come out their hole. So now what they do, instead of saying, okay, I'm not going to break your bones, I'm not going to hurt you, but what you're going to do, until you pay your debt off, you're going to fix games. You're not going to score that 20th point. You're not going to do this. And I will let you know. He said that on that clip I sent you, y'all, if y'all listened to it earlier this week.
I started watching it, but didn't hear the whole thing.
He said he loved when professional athletes got totally in debt with them because that was the way he could control the market.
I'll say this: basketball is the easiest sport to do it in because on a football field, you're going to get hung out, and you can't control everything on a football field.
It's 22 people.
Yeah, on a baseball field, you're not sure what pitches are coming your way. You don't know these things. But if you are a dominant basketball player, you control a game in ways that no other athlete can. So unless you're an individual athlete, I'm talking about team sports.
Damon Jones, everybody know back when Damon Jones and LeBron played for Cleveland together, they became really good friends. So Damon Jones is involved because he was kind of like Chauncey Billups' assistant. He was the one like bringing everybody to the card games, but he also was like the do boy for the mafia. LeBron would tell him stuff out of confidence, like on the phone or their text. Yeah, man, I think my stomach hurt. I got the shits tonight or something. I ain't gonna play. So before the team announced that, Damon Jones have already called the good old boys, and they make a hell of a bet before the odds change.
Yeah, well, they would bet that the Lakers would lose because LeBron's not playing.
Yes.
Well, in that case, it was Cleveland, but yeah.
No, this is current. This is why he's playing for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, but there's two type of different things that's going on here. You have the gambling side, the poker games,
the poker stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That people were getting, losing millions and millions of dollars on in these high stakes poker games because there's NBA players there and there's these certain stars. And then you have this point shaving thing with the prop bets, and what's even crazier that somehow this involves all of the mafia families. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. I'm reading about it right now.
I mean, it's not just the Gambino family. It's all of them.
Everybody.
And think about it, man. I mean, the mob is who actually started Vegas.
Oh,
I mean,
without a doubt. When
Vegas.
When Fidel Castro took over Cuba, became the ruler of Cuba, because Vegas was actually in Cuba before it was in Nevada. That's where all the gangsters. That's where all the gangsters went. They all went to Cuba to the beaches and everything. But when Castro came, he said, "No, I don't want that shit here no more." So it was nothing in the desert of Nevada. So the Italians the mafia started that shit different. They had to have a way. They had to have a way to launder their money too. That's the reason why Vegas got built.
Yeah, and then Teamsters got involved and things like that. And
I thought Vegas got built because of the strip clubs and the hotels.
Well, think about like Godfather 2, right? You had like the Mo Green shit in fucking.
I've never seen
Vegas.
one Godfather. I'm gonna go on
Get
record
the
right now.
fuck out of here!
Never
Don't
seen
say that.
one of them. One of them. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I've never. Keith, you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave.
I kind of want to leave too, though, because I feel like I'm hanging around two uncivilized people. Like
Okay,
I'm
so
going
look,
to bed.
I have.
That's it. Play the outro. Play the fucking outro.
Okay, a homework assignment for me. All right, I'm on vacation for the next few days. I will watch the first Godfather and be prepared to report back.
Play the fucking outro. There's two people on this show.
Let me get you right here. So the first Godfather is a work of art for sure, but the second Godfather is possibly the greatest movie of all time.
The second one.
I mean,
you gotta watch the first one.
You can't watch the second one without watching the first one.
Because you won't understand why certain people are in certain positions without the first one.
So the second one, though, is two stories.
Sunday, Godfather Day.
The second one is two stories. It's the story of the father when he was young.
And how he came to America.
And it's also the story of Al Pacino taking over the role of his father. It's amazing, brother. It's side by side.
All right. I'll tell you what. I promise you guys, I will at least watch the first one before our next show, and I will be prepared to report back.
Now,
is that fair enough to both of you guys?
Yes. I'm gonna do you a favor too. Don't watch part 3.
So I'll be honest with you guys. When I used to work for Big 105.9 down in Miami, the morning show host Paul Casanova, he challenged me on the same thing, and I probably watched about 30 minutes of it. And I got on air, and he asked me a bunch of questions on there. And what I did is I cliff noted it. I faked it, and he let me go through it. He didn't bust my balls or anything about it. But I've probably seen about 30 minutes.
Well, it's slow. The first 30 minutes is only the wedding scene.
I was just gonna say the first 30 minutes is slow.
30 minutes.
I watched enough. It wasn't the whole movie. I watched enough to be able to get through the interrogation on air in Miami on Big 105.9.
You gotta at least watch it until
Michael
Corleone kill a bitch in the bathroom.
I will watch the whole movie.
I mean, just get through it. I mean, I think it's pure art, but I mean, you got to watch it from that perspective. Don't watch it like you're going to be excited for 3 hours.
The first 45 minutes.
How long did you say the movie was?
It's 3 hours.
That's what I'm telling you. The first 45 minutes is hella slow.
It's good though.
I'm gonna have to pee like 4 times before we even get to the first hour.
Yeah, you got a remote. Just pause the shit.
Even though the first one's slow and all that, the second one pays you off for everything. The second one,
it's building. It's building up. It's building up to the second one.
You won't understand the second one if you don't watch the first one.
The next 2 weekends, I'll watch 1 and 2. So this weekend I will watch 1. Prepared to talk about it on next show. Then the following weekend I'll watch 2. Be prepared to talk about it on the following show.
You know what?
Wally, are you jumping on board with this one with me?
Please.
It's good fucking movies.
You don't need to watch soccer at 9:30 in the morning. You can put on The Godfather.
The Dolphins, we get an extra hour this Sunday, and the Dolphins don't play this Sunday. I might watch The Godfather 2 again.
Oh, you know where I'm going on Sunday to watch the 49er game? There's a new tavern that just opened up called Taffer's Tavern from Bar Rescue. You guys ever seen that show, Bar Rescue?
It's in Sanford, right?
No, it's on iDrive. Where that's where we're gonna go watch the 49er game.
Dr. Dre and Snoop just opened up a new.
They sure did.
Lounge in iDrive. We need to go check it out. I'm just saying.
Sure did. But we are taking airtime away from Toby, so take it away, Toby.
No, you're good. But I was involved in that as well. But let's talk a little bit about these firings in college football real quick. Have you guys got into this much when I was away, or
but we was saying how long people gonna last.
So we've got your boy Billy Napier fired at Florida. We've got James Franklin fired from Penn State. We've got the big one this week was Brian Kelly at LSU. Do we think let's look at the LSU one because the other ones were a little old, but no, let's lump Penn State into that. Penn State and LSU, are they jumping the gun to fire these coaches too soon?
We did get into the Billy Napier last week, and that's one thing Wally did say, that he believes a couple people fired people early so they can get into that sweepstakes.
See, I think Billy Napier was fired on time, if not too late, but Penn State firing Franklin, I mean, he built that program back up to something strong. Granted, they lost a couple tough games this year. And then them firing Brian Kelly down there in Baton Rouge. Are they jumping the gun, Wally, or are they right on time with that?
Which one?
Either of them. Give me your case for both.
Franklin, I get why Franklin firing happened. He was like 3-20 or something in big games. Or he really wasn't. Whenever they played the top teams in the Big Ten, they usually lost. He recruited well. He always had a winning record, and that's somewhat to the Big Ten having kind of a weak conference as far as my opinion. But we're going back before Oregon and USC and Washington joined them. Remember, he's been there for 10, 15 years, I want to say.
10
years. So, I mean, so he built up his reputation on the old Big Ten conference. And, you know, the amount of money that Penn State's invested in them, they want to see better results, and they want to be able to compete with the Ohio States, the Oregons. I mean, Oregon came in there on the whiteout and beat them. Then that
was a good football game, though. It's not like that was a hell of a football game. I went to overtime.
Yeah, went in overtime, but still, that was Penn State was ranked number 1, 2 preseason. I think Franklin made a couple bad calls during that game and did some things that he probably shouldn't have. And, you know, they looked at it, that was an opportunity for that game to come out a little bit better for him. Then they went out and they lost to UCLA and then Northwestern. And then Northwestern. I mean, dude, who loses to
Northwestern? Yeah, damn.
I mean, so the writing was on the wall there. Brian Kelly, I reports are coming out saying that he was an asshole. Like, there's a lot of people down there that didn't like him, and you know,
which is no surprise to me because I think he's a phony. I think he's a real shitty person. I believe that in my heart. I was just wondering your take on that before I started unloading on him.
but he can recruit. He's a good recruiter for whatever reason. I mean, he brings in talent. He's not leaving LSU bare. You know, he's not leaving them like, you know, like Willie Taggart left us. So I mean, he can recruit. But yeah, he was an asshole, and I think LSU after that loss with Texas A&M, the amount of money, once again, it's about money. The amount of money that they're putting into these facilities and to these kids. LSU is a school that demands to be in the hunt for the national championship. I mean, that's just. I mean, their last three coaches before Brian Kelly won national championships, and they did it within their first 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing that at LSU, unfortunately, they've gotten spoiled, and they want to see those results, and you know the money. Like I said, the boosters that are paying.
Do y'all know it was the same AD that hired Kelly at LSU also hired Jimbo at Texas A&M?
Yes.
The 2 highest ever college buyouts was hired by the same person.
That is wild.
No, I think Franklin's is higher, ain't it?
It's close. I mean, it's
really
right
close,
there,
yeah.
But yeah, Jimbo was
maybe you're right. Yeah,
Jimbo was in the 70s. 70 million.
Jimbo is the highest. I thought you were talking about between Brian Kelly and
Brian Kelly was 50-something million. Yeah, they're really close. But this bitch is involved with over $130 million in buyout. How did he keep his job?
That's tough. He should be fired because that's a tough thing to have. That's for sure. I knew when they hired Brian Kelly, they had that press conference. Remember, this guy was coaching at Cincinnati, then he was coaching at Notre Dame. This is a northern guy. He's a northern white guy. That's how he acts. And when they hired him to LSU, there was a basketball game that night, and he took the mic and he got at center court and he said, "I want to thank y'all for welcoming my family."
What? Damn near died.
This motherfucker's fake as fuck.
He's from Massachusetts, bro. So I damn near died because he almost the red ball like the old LSU coach A.
Yeah, I
It-
mean, what the fuck,
It
man?
it sounded like Cohen going Duval. Or however he said
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Duval.
however he
That's
said
some
it.
fucking bullshit. Yeah,
But
I think both coaches getting fired was legit. The buyout part sucks. They probably need to figure out a way to get a hold of that in college football because that's starting to cripple programs.
And how do you get back? I know you have boosters and all other shit, but how the fuck you recover from $50 million? And that's a
tough.
few seasons. That's a few
TV
seasons.
money, going to college playoff games if you can get the recruits. Now that's the biggest problem is the recruits leaving and things like that. But if you're a big enough name, kids are going to come to you. So,
So since we're doing this, let's get into our programs and let's break this down. We got about 10 minutes left.
I do
Florida
have the
State.
scores. I do have the scores. Is that what you're going to do? Our picks?
No. I'm actually going to
No,
skip that this week. We'll get back to it.
Oh
next
man,
week.
I did the scores. I knew you were going to be on today.
That's all right. No, we'll continue that next week because I didn't.
All
have
right,
time
I'll hold
go
on
over
to the
games 'cause I was
scores.
working until 5:30, but I got here this time. But I'll have our games ready next week, and we'll dive back into our predictions, and we'll get our year-end tally up. But let's talk about Florida State and Miami and what's going on there. Let's be kind of quick. Miami, if they lose a couple of these games, because man, I'm not here to talk shit. Y'all beat us, and I got to hold my L in front of the world because I haven't been back on, and that wasn't the reason why. But here I am. There's my L. Y'all got us. Fuck y'all. But they went in that Louisville game, looked like a very classic Mario scenario where they were the better team and they got cooked. And then they come back and they went to that first half in Stanford. They were 7-7.
It was shaky as shit.
Hey, Stanford beat us, but we also were there, traveled 3,000 miles, all that. Y'all was at the crib and they had y'all 7-7 at the half, and y'all are a better team than us. If Mario comes around here and fucks up a couple of these games and y'all don't get in the playoffs, do you think it's going to get rocky for him?
Maybe because he fucked us up the last year we put the playoffs and the year before that.
Because they probably should have made it last year when they had the best quarterback in the country, right?
Mm-hmm. How the fuck you had a number one overall draft pick? I think we went 9-0. I think before we lost our first game and didn't.
And then you lost 3 straight.
Yes.
And then 4 straight because of the bowl game.
We got a couple cupcake games, and those are the ones you fucking lose, though. Because those are the ones you don't prepare hard for.
That's what I'm saying. Because this schedule lined up for y'all is pretty good. So if he were to choke 2 out and y'all don't make the playoffs this year, do you think it could cost him?
We play SMU. They're not a cakewalk.
And that's in Dallas too.
That's the first time we leave Florida this year.
Yeah, you shitbags.
This is our second away game. The first away game was against y'all.
Yep.
That's terrible, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how the fuck our schedule got like that this year. I don't know how. It's like they wanted UM to be in the playoffs this year.
Well, I mean, I'm saying by all rights, you should have been a playoff team. So if they choke away 2 of these games coming up, they won't be in. That's why I'm asking the question.
Miami is favored. I'm looking at Miami is favored by 12.5
on the road in Dallas.
Yep.
Good. And it's a 12 o'clock game. I'm so tired of them fucking 7 o'clock games.
I'm gonna take SMU in the points.
They got. I think they got. They still have. They still have Virginia Tech and they still have Pittsburgh. I know.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Virginia Tech fired their coach already. That's just cooked.
But Pittsburgh is our last game of the season at Pitt. Cold as shit.
And that quarterback, I'm telling you, is real. Learn that firsthand. All right, I think
we have 4 games left after SMU. Syracuse,
North Carolina State
at home, North Carolina State at home, and Virginia Tech in the Hills, and then Pittsburgh and Pitt. Virginia Tech's going to be cold as shit too.
Yeah, but that's a pussy team. Their coach is fired. They're cooked. I'm just going to stamp that. I'll put a stamp on it because we need the 6 minutes of Florida State's for sure. But I think there's a chance if Mario chokes away 2 of these, they find a way to get rid of him. But that's just me.
I'm gonna tell you, I hate playing North Carolina State.
Y'all playing them?
Yeah, we play North Carolina State, dog.
At their house?
At Miami.
Okay, well that's good for y'all. Walt Raven.
Yeah. Yes,
Mike
sir.
Norville.
Yeah.
Is it time?
I don't know, man.
Oh, this motherfucker.
I don't know how he made it so far. I thought he would been gone last week.
They need to make change at quarterback. Quarterback needs a change. He can't see over the offensive line. That's why every time he throws the ball,
it's real.
He's throwing off his back leg, and it's never the slants or anything underneath. Because when you look at watch the game, you can see guys underneath that are wide open. He just can't see him because he's unfortunately too short, and that's why he throws the ball 25 yards down the fucking field. Unless he's rolling out. Now, if he's rolling out, he'll hit the slants, he'll hit the people underneath. But if he's back in the pocket and he's backed up, it's always a launch down the field.
Okay, so what about the defense then?
Defense has got young players. They're playing a lot of young players. I don't know if they have the horses that they actually need on that defensive line to do what they need to do, because they have to get pressure. That defensive line has to get pressure onto the quarterbacks, because if they don't, you're leaving the linebackers one-on-one.
He's taking selfies.
Oh yeah, with all of us in here.
We don't have the linebackers to kind of do the things that we need to do. It puts our corners on the island. If we don't get pressure with our front four, it puts everybody in a bad position. I don't know if we need to change the scheme because we don't have the players, or we just keep running the same scheme until maybe we get the players coming in.
I will never root against Florida State, but I can tell you when that Stanford game was over, I wasn't sad.
Well, you said that about the Dolphins too.
There's a whole. I don't root against the Dolphins. I pulled for them this Sunday quietly inside of my own head. I would not allow the energy to leave my body externally because I didn't.
All right, I just want to make sure we're clear about this.
Okay, we're in a trial separation, bro. We're not divorced.
But
we're negotiations. We're negotiations. We're separated. All right, we'll get back together.
We're still sharing the dog and all that stuff. It's
damn.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be all right. But with Florida State, there's never leaving. That's my team for life. And there's no leaving Miami either, for that matter. But my Knowles are my Knowles. They've won me 3 rings. We're together forever. But I won't root against them. But I wasn't mad when we lost, because I thought that was going to be the last straw. Or even I thought they were going to fire him Monday morning, and they didn't.
Oh, I did too. I did too.
I'm a little upset. I think it's time to move on. I think it's time to go back to Jimbo Fisher. I think that I have no problem saying that out loud, and a lot of Knoll fans come at me for that, but fuck them. I believe John James Fisher can bring us back.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I like to get back to more pro style kind of offense and get back to what we used to do. The reason why I think they didn't do it is because of the buyout.
Kalen DeLoach, our linebacker who now plays for the 49ers, is playing very well, actually. Came out and said in an interview yesterday I saw on Facebook that Mike Norvell told Cam Ward he wasn't a good fit for our system when he was in Tallahassee. And then he signed DJ Ugalele.
No.
That's a fireable offense. If that's accurate, that's a fireable offense.
No, because the reports were Cam was going into the draft.
He was entering the draft, and Mario was able to find some NIL money and get him back.
Okay, but I'm telling you that he was told that when he was on FSU's campus, according to Kalen DeLoach. So either Kalen DeLoach is a liar, maybe people like to say shit, people clout chase, people like to be the guy that breaks a story or whatever for fame. But if that's true, if he told him to his face, you're not a fit.
I'll say this. I watched that Stanford game. I'll say this. The players weren't quitting on him. Now they made some mental mistakes. There was a lot of mental mistakes that they needed to be cleaned up, and that's discipline. But the team didn't give up on each other, and that team fought. There was a lot of bad calls. That tie the game. You can't tell me that wasn't a touchdown. The ball broke the plane.
It was.
If you go back to the Virginia game when Deuce had the ball at the end. If they win that game, the season changes. I think the ACC, to be honest with you, is is out is out after Florida State, and they're not getting the calls and they're going to try to fuck Florida State because of all the lawsuits and bullshit that they've done with them.
I mean, but just watching the games, I can't say that you're wrong, but that's a bold claim.
But I don't know, man. With the buyout, it's expensive. They just put in the new facilities. They just revamped the stadium. I hear you, man. I hope it turns around because I'm tired of looking at the same shit too, man. Because I was ready for him to go too, but I'm trying to look at it on the positive because I'm tired of seeing the same shit for the past 2 years.
Well, I will say this, and that's why I said what I said about me not rooting against Florida State. But I am scared that we win the rest of our games coming out of that bye week like we did in 2022 after we went on the losing streak, looked like shit, and then won out. He is very capable of doing this. And if he does, I'm scared that keeps him there for another 2 years. That's the end of my take on Florida State. Fuck Mike.
Yeah, but the last time he did that, he went through an undefeated season.
He went 19-0, but I don't see no Jordan Travises and Jared Verses around here.
Well, I think we got some. Anyways, let's go.
All right, boys. It is that time. We did a great show. It is the end. The end of the show. And all four of us are here. I'm so excited about that all four of us made it. Toby, you're not allowed to work anymore on Wednesdays. You have to.
I'm good for a while. That was some training incidents. I had to go and do some impromptu retraining of some bad employees. I'm sure you guys understand how that goes.
Oh, I understand how that goes. All right, guys, that's the end of our show. We are the FLA Trash Talkers, so we're going to do our final words. Let's go with Keith.
All right, guys. Thank you for riding with us. I want to say a prayer for all the people in the Caribbean, especially Jamaica, for that storm, Melissa, that hit them.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Man, it's rough, bro. I know somebody personally say that she can't find a father.
Is there any footage yet of that? The curiosity? No.
I haven't.
There's some footage on YouTube and on the X.
It's all underwater.
Bahamas is supposed to be getting hit by in the morning. So let's just pray for everybody in the Caribbean, bro.
All right. What's going on? Last words, Wally.
Yeah, same thing, man. I've seen some videos. You got to pray for those people over there that Jamaica, the part of Jamaica probably destroyed, and they're going to be rebuilding Jamaica for a while.
For a long time.
But hey, great show.
Ice over there? Ice in Jamaica? I got a plan.
Oh, shit.
What's your plan? What's the plan?
I got you. It'd be built real fast.
It'll be built before I go on my cruise next year.
All right, Toby, final. Oh, sorry, Wally. I didn't know you were finished. Go ahead. No, Wally, finish up.
No. I'm
all right, well, Toby, final words.
Man, I hope these assholes in our government can get these people some checks before the streets get real buck wild. Let's get these folks some snap, man. Let's stop fighting and squabbling over bullshit. Settle your differences and hook these folks up with some food. I'm out.
Hell yeah. And I'm JG. We are the FLA Trash Talkers. I want to give a special thanks out to Richard S. and Penny Taylor, who's been chatting with us the entire show here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you tell your friends. Hope we get more listeners. Tell everybody. Just go out there and email, text. Tell all your friends. We are the FLA Trash Talkers. All right. We are live every Wednesday. Enjoy us. Dude, I'm on vacation. It's time for me to get the hell out of here, guys.
Deuces.
All right, guys. Good show.
Good show, guys.
And now it's time for the FLA Trash Talkers Sports Talk.
How about if I play the right ending? How about that one?
And that's it for today's episode of the FLA Trash Talkers. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
If you had fun listening, we're doing something right. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to share the show with all your friends. New episodes are live every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on YouTube, and you don't want to miss the next show. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers Podcast. Until next Wednesday, the world is hectic, so don't take everything so seriously. Don't get so offended, and keep talking trash. We'll see you on the next episode.